watching Juan Gotti Talking Sports.
YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here with another Washington football team video, and in today's video, the schedule release is finally here. I know I'm a day late about this, but I had some computer issues, so now I'm here going over the schedule with you guys, talking about who we play, where, and what day. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video about the NFL. In this case, our Washington football team, and please hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to hit 3,000 at least by the middle or late parts of June. I know we can get there. I know we can get to 3,000. We're very close to it, so it shouldn't take us that long. With you guys supporting me and watching me and loving the Washington football team like me, I know you guys are going to help me out get into 3,000. So without further ado, let's get straight into these games. So the first game, September 12th kickoff, is versus the Los Angeles Chargers. Should be a fun game. I cannot wait for this game. This is one of the games that I might be going to. I'm looking into it right now. I don't know if I want to go to this game or the Giants game that we're going to be talking about next. But yes, week 1 is versus the Los Angeles Chargers. Justin Herbert. Can't wait for that matchup. See how he does against our defense. See how we do trying to stop their offense. So it should be a great game to watch. Next game, first primetime game of the year, 1 of 3. I'm excited about this game. I might be going to this one more. It's either one. It's either the Chargers game or the Giants game, or I might just not go to both. It depends on, because I'm hearing that you have to get the vaccine to go to the stadium. I don't know. We don't know. It's in May right now, so we're going to wait. I'm going to wait until like maybe July or August to probably consider going to either one of these games, but I'm hearing that you might have to get vaccinated to go inside the stadium. I don't know how true that is. Hopefully that's not true, because it's just going to kill everything, because not everyone wants to get the vaccine. You know what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there. The next game is versus the New York Giants. I'm leaning more towards this game, like I said, to go to, because it's a division rival. It's Thursday night football, man. We haven't had a Thursday night football game since I don't even know when. I believe it was the Minnesota Vikings, Dwayne Haskins' rookie year, and that game was so terrible. But I can't wait for this, man. Hopefully we're riding high off the week 1 win versus the Los Angeles Chargers versus a division opponent. Can't wait to beat up on Daniel Jones, man, because he owns us right now. And we can be honest and say that we should have won those 2 games last year. But as of right now, we got to keep it real. Daniel Jones owns us, but I'm pretty sure that's going to come to an end this year. So week 2 versus the New York Giants. Then week 3, probably my favorite game of the year outside of obviously our division opponents, the Buffalo Bills. We play week 3 at Buffalo, and the reason for this game being I'm so excited for is because I just want to see how our defense is going to be against that Buffalo Bills offense. Yeah, you can say we had some competition last year. Tampa Bay was probably the hardest team we faced, but I arguably think that the Buffalo Bills offense is better than Tampa Bay's, and they put up almost 30-40 points a game last year. So it's going to be a big test to see how we do versus the Buffalo Bills. And I'm not talking from skill wise as them having the best offense, but I'm talking about stats from last year. They statistically had, if not probably the second best offense in the NFL. And it's going to be fun to see how we do versus the Buffalo Bills. You guys know this was the 17th game added on to the season. And next year we'll be hosting our AFC East opponent, if it is the AFC East again. But this year we're traveling to Buffalo to play them. And I cannot wait for that game. Next game on the list is versus the Atlanta Falcons, week 4 at Atlanta. So we get to go to that beautiful stadium, and it's going to be fun to see who's going to be at quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons. Is Matt Ryan still going to be there, or are they going to go with someone different, the backup or something like that? Because we know that Atlanta is in the phase of rebuilding. They just drafted Kyle Pitts. It's going to be fun to see Jamin Davis go up against Kyle Pitts again, because he's arguably the only linebacker, and I'll put this in air quotes, but he's arguably the only linebacker in college football that locked him down. Once again, I'll put that in air quotes. But yeah, it's going to be fun to see how we go up against that offense. You know, they have Calvin Ridley, Julio Jones, obviously, and now the addition of Kyle Pitts. It should be fun to see versus Atlanta. The next game after that is versus the New Orleans Saints, and I believe it's at home. Yeah, it's at home. I'm looking at it right now, and it's gonna be fun. Again, I feel like this is an easy game that we could possibly win because I don't see the Saints as a threat no more. In my opinion, they're not as good as they once were because obviously Drew Brees isn't gonna be there. Who's gonna be the quarterback? Taysom Hill, Jameis Winston. Who is going to be the quarterback? So it's gonna be fun to see how we contain Alvin Kamara. That's really their only threat outside of Michael Thomas, obviously. But I know a lot of people for some reason don't like Michael Thomas. They feel like he's overrated. I feel like he's a solid receiver. Maybe he isn't one of the best receivers anymore, but he is a solid receiver. Top 10 for sure, in my opinion. So their only threats are really Michael Thomas and Alvin Kamara. So it should be fun to see how we can contain these guys. And if they don't have a good quarterback, we don't really have to worry about them either, because if they don't have a good quarterback, it's going to be a long day for whoever is back there, because our D-line is crazy and we know how good it is. Next game on the list, probably my second game I'm looking forward to the most outside of obviously the division games. You guys know those are like on a tier of their own because there's nothing like playing your own division, but I cannot wait for this game. We are going to be hosting the Kansas City Chiefs week 6. That is probably going to be an electrifying game, and considering the fact week 6, if Washington gets off to a hot start, and we obviously know Kansas City is going to be amazing at week 6, probably 5-0 or 4-2 or whatever their record's going to be, we know it's going to be great at that time. If Washington gets off to a hot start like I know they can, this could very well be a prime time game, but as of right now it's just a regular game, probably 1 or 4 p.m. game. I don't have the timestamps right here. All I know is that they posted on their page, the Washington football team, is that the times are subjected to change. Obviously not the prime time games, but just the regular 1 p.m. 4 p.m. games are subjected to change. So as of right now it is just a regular Sunday game, but like I said, if Washington and Kansas City both get off to a hot start, this very well could be flexed to a primetime game. But nevertheless, as of right now, this is just a 1 or 4 p.m. game, and I cannot wait for this game because I'm a fan. I know we're most likely the underdogs. There's no question. We're the underdogs in this matchup, but I just like playing competition, man, to see how we can, fare against Patrick Mahomes and that high-powered offense. Are we really good enough to, this is going to tell me if our defense is really good enough to hang with all the other great teams in the NFL. It's going to be a good test for us to see how we go against that offense. Probably the best from a skill position, from a notoriety, probably the best offense in the NFL. But like I said, the Buffalo Bills statistically, I believe, had the first or second best offense last year. But we know the Kansas City Chiefs has the names and has the playmakers and in the whole entire NFL. Let me say that. So it's going to be fun to see how we do against Patrick Mahomes. Is he going to be able to survive against this defensive line? He wasn't able to do that versus Tampa Bay, and I personally think our defensive line is just a little bit better than Tampa Bay, and with the addition of Jamin Davis, the linebacking core obviously got better. So it's going to be a fun game to watch. And if we get blown out, I'm going to be mad about it, but at the same time, you can't really be hurt because it's Kansas City at the end of the day. So moving on, week 7, we played the Green Bay Packers at Lambeau Field. And with this game, I personally feel like it's up in the air whether we win or lose. And as you guys know, this isn't a prediction video. This is just telling you guys who we're going to play. The prediction video is going to come out a little bit later, towards getting closer to the season. But it's going to be up in the air because who knows if Aaron Rodgers is going to be there. I personally think he's going to be there, but a lot of people think the Broncos are going to have him. So it's going to be fun to see who is the quarterback and Green Bay go into Lambeau Field. You remember in 2019, we almost beat them, and that's when Dwayne Haskins got hurt and Terry McLaurin caught that one-handed pass. I don't want to say we own the Green Bay Packers, but for some reason we always give them competition. You remember a few years ago we blew them out at home. Kirk Cousins had a phenomenal game, and then the years 2019 with Dwayne Haskins we lost. So it's a good, going back and forth. We play them every couple years, and it's fun to play the Green Bay Packers, even though Aaron Rodgers gives us pain because he's just so good. I just like competition. I like the schedule. I know it's very, very tough, but I like games like this because this is just to show you who really is the Washington football team and are we really built and ready to win. So the next game on the list is versus the Denver Broncos. Drew Lock and the offense is a good offense, but we're going to see if he's still the quarterback of the team around this time. I personally feel like it's an easy win for Washington, but like I said, this is not a prediction video. It's just telling you guys who we play. But like I said, Denver, they had a few great additions to that defense, obviously with Ronald Darby, 3. He's going to be playing us. But that offense is the only thing that really scares me. And if Drew Lock is playing how Drew Lock played last year, my scared meter went down. Moving on, we're at week 9 and we're at our bye week. This is the perfect spot for our bye week. I believe our bye week was week 6 or 7 or 8 last year. I think it was right after the Giants game, and then we had a bye, and then we played them again, and I forget which week that was. It was between them 3 weeks, though, and our bye week this year is week 9, a great week to have our bye week because we get to go in the mix of the stretch of the season to make the playoffs. Everyone gets to heal at the right time, you know what I'm saying, whether injuries or not, or we're just 100% healthy. Everyone deserves a week off. This is just the perfect spot for the bye week, and then coming after the bye week, we have probably our hardest test since Kansas City, that being the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We get to play them again, and obviously who knows whether it's going to be Ryan Fitzpatrick still holding it down, or is Taylor Heineke going to be able to play them for round 2? Who knows? But it's going to be a fun matchup. This very well could be a shootout. This could be a blowout. That is on November 14th. Week 10. The next game after that is the Carolina Panthers. Week 11. Ron Rivera gets to go back to Carolina for the first time, and I cannot wait for that game because it's going to be fun to see how Ron Rivera does in that game as far from a coaching standpoint. We know, as much as he liked to say it's just another game, we know something a little bit sweeter is going to be in this victory if we do get it. So next game on the list is versus the Seattle Seahawks. This is our second primetime game, and we're hosting the game yet again. So we have 2 primetime games that we're hosting, and it's on Monday Night Football versus Seattle. You know, last time we played Seattle last year with Dwayne Haskins, we very well could have won that game if he had a better game. He was the real reason we lost that game, and even him playing terrible, we still lost by 3 points. So just imagine if we had a little bit better QB play, we'd have very well beat Seattle. I personally don't think Seattle is that good of a team. Obviously, Russell Wilson is my favorite quarterback in the NFL, and he is obviously Russell Wilson, and with him, they're going to always have a chance to be successful. But other than that, he's the only one that really scares me. Yeah, DK Metcalf is really good, but we shut him down for the portion of that game, for the majority of that game. I believe, if I was right, Chris Carson and that run game is the real reason that we really lost as far as offense. And we're in week 13, and the Washington football team will hit the road yet again to play the Las Vegas Raiders in Las Vegas. And for some reason, I'm hyped about this game. Not because we're playing the Raiders, but I just want to see that stadium, man. They have the best stadium in all of football. Why? Because it's brand new, and this is a clear-cut win for Washington, in my opinion. I feel like the Raiders are not good. That offense is solid and good, but that defense is terrible. Then we move on to the NFC East Gauntlet. Yes, I said the NFC East Gauntlet. For some reason, the NFC, or the NFL rather, I don't know if they did this for every team and their division foes, but for us, we have the Dallas Cowboys, the Philadelphia Eagles, the Dallas Cowboys, Philadelphia Eagles, and New York Giants to close out the year. And one of those games are on SNF, and that is versus the Dallas Cowboys, and that is week 16 versus the Dallas Cowboys. I cannot wait for that game. Why? Because it's a division foe, man, and I'm just excited, man. This team is finally on the up and coming, on the verge of being good again, and I cannot be more excited about this team this year. So let me know how you guys feel about this video down below. How you guys feel about our schedule? Yeah, it's pretty tough, ain't it? Predict our record down below. What games are you guys going to? Once again, at this very moment, it is 100% capacity back in FedEx Field. You might catch me at the first 2 games depending on how things go, but let me know how you feel about this video down below. It's me, your boy Juan Gotti. You know, we're on the road to 3,000 subscribers. We're almost there, but we can do it, man. With you guys' support, we're gonna get there in no time. So as always, like, comment, subscribe. Hell to the Washington football team. It's me, boy Juan Gotti. I'm out. Peace. Cross me one time, that's gonna get you pop, get you pop, get you drop, slide on the one way that get you locked on. I ain't stopping till I get me all the money.